Losing someone near and dear to us is one of the most difficult challenges we face in this life. Even though we as spiritually awakened people know that they're alive and well on the other side, we want them here where we can talk to them, where we can ask them for advice if we're going through challenging times. So we will often ask for a sign. And at first it feels like we're getting those signs, but then it seems that after a while our loved ones aren't communicating with us as much. Why is that? Hello, I'm Wendy Rapp, spiritual life coach and intuitive reader. On this channel, I help you as a spiritually awakened person grow and evolve on your soul's journey. And if you enjoy spiritual material like this, hit the subscribe button because I upload a new video every Sunday. When a loved one passes, they usually try to send us signs to let us know that they are alive, well, and okay on the other side. Those signs that they send us usually happens the most within the first few months after the person passes. And you do have to be observant about it. You need to keep yourself mindful because they usually happen very quickly and it's in an instant and then it's gone. You may think you've just seen the person walk by you out of the corner of your eye, or you think you just saw them sitting in their favorite chair, or you could have sworn you heard somebody, that person, saying your name or talking, or you can smell their cologne, perfume, or cigarettes if they smoked. It could even be that they send an animal to you, an animal, like a bird or some creature outside, a rabbit, chipmunk, squirrel, and this animal comes unusually close to you and seems to sit there for a while, very unafraid of you. If you have an experience like that, it's a loved one sending you a sign. And look closely at any photographs that you take, especially around the time of the funeral or just after, even if it's before the funeral, anytime immediately surrounding that person's passing, you may see unusual light anomalies in those pictures that are obviously light that's not being reflected from another source. You may see orbs. That is a common way that your loved ones try to let you know that they're still with you. And then it seems after a period of about a month or two, we're not getting the same kind of signs or as frequently as we once were from our loved ones. And that's because your loved one is now resuming their life on the other side. Remember, returning to source, returning to the divine, that is their true home. And when they go back home, well, they have work to do. They have their life review. There may have been issues that they had in this life that they need to look into and they need help with from their angels and guides on the other side. They may be taking classes. And yes, we take classes on the other side and we enjoy them too. There may be new things they're learning to help prepare them for their next incarnation. And trust me, they're also taking time to relax. They're taking time to enjoy themselves and to replenish their own spirit energy. When your loved one completes their work here, completes their life here, their attention shifts to the work and the life that they have on the other side. Now, it doesn't mean that they're no longer concerned with you or no longer going to be around you. Nothing could be further from the truth. You have that bond of love. They will always know what's going on in your life. They will always stay connected to you. Some people I have spoken to in readings think that when their loved one passes on, that loved one now becomes their guardian angel. And they seek spiritual guidance and direction and protection from their loved one who's passed on. So let me clarify something here. When we do pass on, we do become beautiful, energetic beings, sparks of light, sparks of the divine. We connect again to the divine. We're connected even now. Even in human form, you are still a spark of the divine. When you pass on, you're a spirit. That's a beautiful spirit, but you're not an angel. Angels are a higher spiritual dimension, a higher spiritual being. And they've never had incarnations here or had to go through the incarnations that we're going through here on the earth plane. When you are born, you are assigned a guardian angel, and it is that guardian angel's job to watch over you, to protect you, and to help you through your life lessons here on this earth plane. Guides, your spirit guides, have had incarnations as humans, and they understand the challenges that we've been through. And to become a guide, you have to graduate. You have to go through your lessons, learn your lessons, and when you get to the other side, those who are your angels and guides, your spirit team, will decide if you're ready or not to take on the role of a guide. A guide has information that your loved one does not have about you. Both your angel and your guide have access to your Akashic records. They know the contract you had when you came here. They know your soul's purpose. They can see and foretell what events are coming in that might be life-changing, any challenges that you need to face. So they're the ones that you should be calling on for help and guidance. When your loved one passes over, they recognize that you have a spirit team who have access to higher information and higher knowledge and higher wisdom than they do. And they recognize those are the souls, those are the spirits that are meant to be working with you. So after a while, after they give you signs letting you know they're okay, they're still around you, they love you, they might begin to step back a bit, especially if they notice that you're relying on them too much to get the information you should be asking for from your angels and guides. And depending too much on your loved one who has passed over, always needing to hear from them, can actually hinder your soul's progression. Their loss and you moving forward from that loss was actually something you agreed to do. There was a lesson in it for you somehow, and you agreed to that contract before you came here. They know that. So they know that if you're relying on hearing from them all the time and you're not moving forward with your life in the way that you should, they're going to step back to allow you to learn the lessons you came here to learn. It's a lot like a parent on a first day of school. A parent may take their child to school. My parents, both of them, took me to kindergarten class that first day, and I remember they told me, go play with the other kids. And at first I didn't want to leave their side, of course, but there were some things that looked fun to play with, and Mom and Dad said, we're going to stand right here, and they stood in the doorway. They were talking with the teacher and whoever else was there. And I went and played, and every so often I'd look over and make sure they're still there for reassurance, and they would just nod and smile. And eventually I got so engrossed in what I was doing that when I did look up some time later, they were gone. But at that point, I didn't care. I was having too much fun. So it's when you're a parent and you take your kid in for the first day of school, you don't keep showing up every day. You need to teach that child to learn to be independent, to learn to be without you, to be able to stand on their own and to move forward with their life. It's part of that child's growth. If a parent went to school with their kid every day, it would stunt that child's emotional growth. It's the same with us. We need to be able to, with time, it takes time to heal, but with time we need to learn that that person is not here, and the persons or the souls, the spirits we need to be looking to for direction are our spirit team. It doesn't mean you won't hear from that loved one, but they are going to step back to allow you to focus on the thing you came here to do. And even though you may not receive signs from them as often as you used to, or maybe they're not coming through readers as often as they used to, it doesn't mean they've abandoned you. It doesn't mean that they're not still very much aware of everything you're going through and always connected to you. Your love for that person and that person's love for you will always keep you connected. And trust me, when you do start moving on and you're okay moving on without constantly receiving signs from them, that's when you get the best signs. If you ask me, my father certainly, and my mother as well, have sent me some lovely signs from the other side when I was going through challenges and I needed those signs the most. I didn't even ask them, and certain signs come up that I have an agreement with them, and I know, okay, they're sending their support, they're sending their love. Your loved ones will be doing the same. I hope that information was helpful for you. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you have any comments on the information or you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below because I'd love to hear from you. You can always link up with me on social media. The links are below in the description box. And as always, remember, you are a spark of the divine. Share your light with the world. Blessings.